You can replace the chain, this leather chain, into much fancy chain like a hardware or pearl. You can do that. It's much more, it will look more like very much lady and much more fancy. So of course, it really depends on how you want to style it and your clothing and your OOTD at that time. All right, guys, let's off the topic of this bag for the meantime. So let's talk about Christian Dior itself. So if you don't know, guys, Christian Dior is a French designer, and the House of Dior was established around December 16, 1946. However, the corporation celebrate 1947 because that's the launching of the company itself. So around 1957 to 1970s, of course, that's the time that Christian Dior didn't handle already the company because he passed away. So by 1957, the House of Dior promoted the 21 years old Yves Saint Laurent as the new creative director of the company. He was hired 1955, but then of course 1957 he got promoted as a director of the company. So that would be a great responsibility for him, right? It's a really big deal because they are panicking at that moment because Christian Dior passed. So fortunately, by 1958, he was hailed hero because his collection became so popular. So, and then after that, he became much bolder in terms of making designs. So, he created this bohemian design, and it was criticized, and a lot are upset. So the House of Dior, the head was very upset and pissed about it, and he was forced to leave around 1960s. So Yves Saint Laurent left the company, forced, or maybe let's just say fired, at around that time, 1960s, and replaced. But then, everything happens for a reason, and he became popular with his own craft and own name, which is YSL right now, Saint Laurent. So that was a big deal at that time. But imagine, who would think a 21 years old will take that kind of responsibility? So he did really good.